Hello friends, welcome back to my video lecture. In this video lecture, we are going to study rounding off. We have know that what is meant by rounding off, but how we can write their numbers. So we having some rules. We have to see that rules. So in case of some numbers are given and we have to do the rounding off. So that how we can do that. Okay. Suppose, for example, some number is given. Okay, after decimal point, the second number will be less than 5. So that after decimal point, first number we can write as it is, right? And in the second case, if the after decimal point, second number is the greater than 5, then in the first number we can add 1. Okay, for example, we have to see here, example is given 20.41. So in this number, after decimal point, second number is 1 and this is the less than 5. So what we can write answer, so as it is will be there. How? So 20.4. So that is the answer. So you can see here, as it is number we can write into the answer. But in case of second example, you will see the 21.68. Second number you will see after decimal point, that is the 8. Okay, and that 8 is the greater than 5. That means we have to add 1 into the 6. Okay, so the 6 will become a 7. So that answer will be 21.7. Okay, like this we have to solve. Okay, or we have to do the rounding off. Now in the third case, if the digit is 5 after the 3 digit, okay, so what we can do? So in this way we can solve it. In the first case, even if after that number that value is the even, in this way, see here, example is given 43.65. okay, that means the after decimal point that 5 is given for you. Okay, and before that 5 number is the even, that 6 is the even. So that the answer we can write in this way. So as it is, number will be there 43.6. okay, so this is the example for if the digit is 5 after the 3, okay, digit, like this, right? And thus in the second case, if the example you can see 43.35, it means after decimal point second number is again 5, but before that you will see here this is the odd number. So what we can do here, we have to add 1 into this odd number. So the answer will become a 43.4. So like this we have to do rounding off. Now we have to see the next topic, that is solutions and their concentrations. In this case, first of all, we are going to see the molar concentration, or we can say molarity. So we should know what is the definition of molarity. So that the number of moles absolute that present in 1 liter of the solution. That is the definition for the molarity or the molar concentration. Okay, and the formula is given for the calculation of molarity, that is the number of moles of solute divided by the volume of solution in liter, and the unit for the molarity, that is molar. And you will see the in this way 1 mole is equals to 1 mole per liter. Okay, that is the unit. Okay, is equals to 1 mole per liter. Again you can write in this way, and 1 millimoles okay, in short form ml, and the millimole divided by ml. So in this way you can write the unit or the molarity. And the next is the two different ways of expressing the molar concentration. So the molar concentration is divided into two types. The first type, that is MAC, MAC, that is the short form of that, okay, and the molar analytical concentration, okay. So in this case, that is the total number of moles of solute in 1 liter of the solution, that is the molar analytical concentrations. And for example, you will take the molar analytical concentration of ethanol, that is molecular formula is given C2H5OH in aqueous solution. So it does not undergo any chemical change in a water solvent, okay, because we have taken this ethanol into the water. That means you will see here it is the aqueous solution, so it can't change, it can't any chemical change in a water solvent. And now we have to see the next, the molar equilibrium concentration, MEC. In this case you will see it is the molar concentration of a particular species in a solution. If you want to calculate the particular species concentration, okay, molar concentration, so you can use this term, okay. And to specify the molar equilibrium concentration of solute, it is the necessary to know how the solute behaves and when it is dissolved in the solvent, okay. So this thing this depends on the concentration of the particular solution, okay. So the concentration will be affected into the dissolution or the dissociation of a specific species into the solvent. For example, you will take the molar equilibrium concentration of HCl in a solution with a molar equilibrium concentration is 1 molar is actually, okay. So that is the 0.0 molar, because the HCl is stronger electrolyte, okay. So that's, they will totally dissociate, okay. In this way it will dissociate HCl, it gives H plus and plus Cl minus. After dissociation they will get like this cations and anions, because it is the strong electrolyte, it will completely dissociate into the ions. So they are essentially number undissociated HCl molecules in the solutions. And after that we can write the molar equilibrium concentration of species in a solution. So you will get, see, the concentration of HCl is equals to 0.00 molar, and the concentration of H plus ions, that will be the 1 molar, okay, and the concentration of Cl minus will be there. So in this way we have to uh, calculate the molar equilibrium concentration of specific species, okay. Now we have to see the example based on this term, okay. So the example is given in front of you. Calculate the molar analytical concentration and the molar equilibrium concentration, and the molar equilibrium concentration of the solute species in an aqueous solution that contains 280 milligram of trichloroacetic acid in 100 ml if the acid is 73% ionized in water, and the given value is given molar mass of trichloroacetic acid is 163.4 gram per mole. And the solution you have to see in this way, the mass of trichloroacetic acid, that is 280 milligram. How we can convert into the gram? simply we have to multiply with the 1000. Okay, so you will get the 0.2880 gram, right? Now, not thousand, here will be the 0.01 gram. So the conversion of milligram into the gram, so you will get here 0.28 and 0. Okay, and the next, volume of the solution. Again you have to see the conversion ml into the liter. Okay, so again you will see here 100 ml into the 0.01, okay, liter, so you will get 0.1. Okay, so in this way you have to do the conversions of milligram into the gram and ml into the liter. Now first of all we have to calculate the number of moles of trichloroacetic acid, that is denoted by small n, and the formula is given for that. The given mass of trichloroacetic acid in a gram divided by the molar mass of trichloroacetic acid, and you have to put both values. Okay, so the mass of trichloroacetic acid is given, that is 0.280 gram. Okay, and the molar mass of trichloroacetic acid is also given, that is 163.4 gram per mole. Okay, so after calculation you will get 0.0017 mole. Now in this example we have to calculate the molar concentration of, or molar analytical concentration. Okay, and the formula is given, number of moles of solute divided by volume of the solution liter. Okay, so the both value we have no absolute we have calculated, that is 0.0017 mole, and divided by volume of the solution is also we have convert, so that is 0.1 liter, so you will get 0.017 mole. And this solution, 73% of acid dissociate gives H plus and CCl3 COO minus ions. Okay, and this case the equilibrium concentration of trichloroacetic acid is then remaining is 27%, right? Now you will see there acetic acid is equals to the molar equilibrium concentration of trichloroacetic acid into percentage of undissociated, okay, that molecules divided by 100. So the undissociated, that is 27% trichloroacetic acid, right? And molar equilibrium concentration we have already calculated, that is 0.017 molar. Okay, so that value we have to put into this formula, so you will get 0.017 into 0.27, so the you will get here 0.046 molar. And the next, that is the equilibrium concentration of H plus ions is equal to CCl3 COO minus ions, which is equal to 73% of analytical concentration of trichloroacetic acid. So that you will see here, concentration of H plus ions is equal to the concentration of CCl3 COO minus ions, and here that will be the molar concentration of trichloroacetic acid into percentage of dissociated and divided by 100. Now dissociated we have know that is 73%. Okay, and the molar concentration of trichloroacetic acid, that is also we have know, so that value we can calculate here. So after putting this value 0.017 into 73 divided by 100, so you will get 0.017 into 0.73, right? So the after calculation you will get here 0.012 mole. Okay, that will be the concentration of hydrogen ions, and the will be equal to the CCl3 COO minus ions. Okay, so in this way we can solve the examples, right?